Hey everyone, it's JMW19. Welcome to another live review. You're probably wondering why Super Mario and Luigi are here. Well, I always like to stick to themes. So if you remember last Saturday, a weekend ago, hello, hi, welcome to the channel. As you are aware, a weekend ago, I said we were going to review the classic mini Nintendo series. So today we're going to do the miniature Nintendo system. Next weekend, we will review the Super Nintendo. So let me put Luigi off cam. Everyone say bye, Luigi. All right, take it easy, my brother. Oh, just making sure if you guys can see his face there. There you go. So the hat comes down over his eyebrows. He does have eyebrows. So yeah, you guys are probably wondering how come he shrunk down the size. Well, can't have Mario and Mario, so I got to have Luigi. All right, anyway, off to the side there, Luigi. We'll bring him back on cam after the review. Hey, how's it going there, Eric? All right, so we're going to review this little cool little thing as you saw last weekend. So this is the box for the Nintendo Classic Mini Series Nintendo. Now, as you can see, it comes with 30 games. It comes with games like, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Metroid, my all-time favorite classic, Legend of Zelda, Pac-Man, and of course, Kirby's Adventure. The other 30 games are listed right down here on the box. Now, let's get to the console. Now, how big is this console, you all are asking? Well, why don't you tell me? It's exactly what it's called. It's called the Classic Mini Series System. This is how small it is. All right. Now, how does the system come when you first buy it? Comes like that, and it comes. Sadly, yes. And this is where I'm going to get a little bit blunt with this system. Okay. I am totally going to be blunt about this. Now, if you guys watch a YouTuber called Cinemassacre, Mike Mattel, in that, he is right. If you look at this, okay, this is your controller. Look how small that wire is. Like, I want to say it's a Nintendo. Great product, great everything. But what if we didn't have, the extended cables? Now let me show you what the extended cable looks like. This is the extension cable, okay? It's right here. I had to buy this because this is a 10-inch cable. This is a 10-foot cable. I like to sit on my couch when I'm playing Nintendo. I don't want to have to stand near my television. Okay. So I did to buy this. So how this works is like this. Okay. So you take your Nintendo controller. Okay. Like so. You plug this part right here. Like that. Now look how long the cable is. Now look. Now it's like an actual Nintendo controller. Look at this. Like this thing's long. Okay. Look at that. Okay. And then you plug this little end right here into the system like that. Okay, see? And then you can play Nintendo. Now, of course, we can't really play Nintendo because it's not hooked up to the television. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, that's how you hook the controller up, right? Okay, that's all, fine and dandy. Now let me just unplug the extension cable again. Okay, it's going to set this down on the floor beside me. Okay, so again, there's the controller. Okay, now, people have been asking me, well, how do you play games like Super Mario Brothers with a secondary player? Because obviously you see I'm dressed as Mario and we had Luigi. Well, you can't get these at EB Games anymore because they're no longer sold there, and same with the system. But if you go on eBay or Amazon or something like that, you can probably find these. These are called replaceable controllers. Now, this is my third one. The other one's sitting over there on top of my Blu-ray. I do have two controllers. I had to buy another one, but I bought a backup just in case the other one broke. So I do got a backup. So this is what these are what they look like. Make sure they do say the NES Classic controller like this. Make sure it says that on the box. If it doesn't have this icon on the top, don't get it. That's for the normal Nintendo. Okay. Now here's what the hookups look like. Okay. So each system comes with these hookups. Now, Be very careful, okay? Because if you look at the USB port, okay, it's very, very small, okay? This thing here plugs right in to the back of the system. The USB port here plugs into the back of your outlet here. So you plug this in like that, plug it in, and then this part here plugs into the back like this. Okay, plugs in like that. So that's your power adapter. Okay, that's how that works. This here, excuse my chest. Okay, this here is your HDMI cable. Now, if you now they do come with an HDMI cable. Now, unlike some things that you buy, like some other electronics and that, I will admit, you might not get these HDMI cables. Your local dollar store will sell them though. This here plugs into the back of the console like this. Okay, so the one part of the HDMI cable goes in here like so. Okay, and then you plug this into the back of your TV. So here's how your system looks. So this is how it would look if you didn't have the extension cable that I have. This is pretty much your system. Okay, it's small like that. But I do have the extension cables. Now, I want to be very careful when I do bring this up because a lot of YouTubers out there, they have done reviews for keywords adding games to the console. I am going to be careful when I say this because I really do not want to get in trouble with Nintendo or to get in trouble with any company. But I am going to say this: you can port more games on these systems, but it is a very, 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 very tough project to do. As you saw the cable here, and excuse my chest again. Okay, this cable that you get with your system. Okay, there is a program out there. It's on. You search it up on Google. It's called Hakchi 2 CE Community. It's called the Community Edition. And what you do is it's a big long process. I can't do it in this review because obviously it's a you got to be able to have what's called webcam sharing and the computer, and I don't know how to do that yet. I'm not that technical yet. But what you do is you plug this end of the system like this. Okay, you plug this into your system, and you plug this out port into your computer. You download the program called Hakchi 2 CE, and it'll ask you to flash a custom kernel. Currently, my Nintendo does not just have 30 games on it. It has a total of 110. But I think I might have 111 now because I did add a couple more games because obviously with me being home during the COVID-19 and being self-quarantined, I've added a couple more games to my system. I've literally beaten almost every game on this console. So every time I see a game I want to play, like, for example, like the Flintstones, Dash Galaxy, blah, 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 all these classical games, I put them on there and I play them. Do I recommend this product? I highly do. If you can get your hands on one of these on this Nintendo Classic, I highly recommend it. Now, there's another YouTuber out there that I've heard said this, okay? I've heard a couple of YouTubers say that a lot of people that don't know the original Nintendo, okay? If you're very new to this system, like if you never played classical Nintendo as I have, I would recommend just trying out the 30 games that are on here originally. Don't put games like, don't put games on there like, the Flintstones, DuckTales and that, and try and go in and play, because I will tell you right now. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give my friend Eric Kutchman there, giving a shout out to Carrie, in case you're watching this. Hi, and I'm hoping you like my channel too. I do have other reviews that I've done in the past, so check out my channel and look at that. But getting back to, if you're a first-time beginner with Nintendo, Now, when I say Nintendo, I'm not talking about Nintendo Switch and the Wii U and all that. Like, these are all high-tech new games now of this generation. No, 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 no. I'm talking about the 8-bit series here. If you're a first timer to the 8-bit series, I would highly recommend just trying out the games that come already pre-installed. Just try those 30 games. Because if you don't like this console, there's no point putting all these games on it and saying, well, I don't like these games. Try out the 30 games first. This is why I put like a lot of games on my system, because I grew up in this era. Do you know how many times I would literally run around the caverns of Metroid, and hearing that awesome tune of Brinstar, Norfair, all of that. That's why I got this. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera, but on the box here, I literally paid $79.99 plus tax when this was an EB Game exclusive, and I got this during the holiday era. Now, according to my description, it says 2018, 2019, because it's now 2020, and I don't remember if I got this last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, but I actually got both. I got both the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. But as it says in this review, I'm only reviewing this one, and then next week, and I'll review the next one. But is it a worthy product? I definitely highly recommend say it's a worthy product. I've had this thing now for about 2 years, and I still play it. Like this whole week, like during this whole COVID virus, I've been sitting here in my living room playing this console. It's a great concept. I love it. I'm so glad that Nintendo made these. And I mean, this thing's light compared to original Nintendo. The original Nintendo is about this big. If I was holding the original Nintendo, it'd be about this big. This thing is worth it. It starts up nicely. This thing starts up nicely. It plays nicely. And I mean, you can have save states in this thing. Like, let's say, for example, let's say if you're sitting there and you're playing a video game where, you die and you go right back to the beginning of the level, you can do a save state, and you could just literally, like, as soon as you put a save state down, you die, and you're back at the beginning. You just press the reset button right here, okay? Literally, you press the reset button. You come back to the sub menu, hit your save state, and you can start right back where you started off. Yes, I'm giving a shout out also to Mike as well. Hi, welcome to my channel. Hope you're liking it. And I hope you also do watch the other videos too. I have other videos too. So in conclusion for this product, I do highly recommend if you're an eBay user or an Amazon user and you do see one of these, but I do say this, okay, because I am going to stress this out in case Nintendo does watch my videos, okay? If you do see this product, please do not buy a modified system. It is illegal. Make sure when you buy the product, it is not modified. For example, I can't resell my system unless I flash the system back to stock. If I were to sell this product right now with the games I have on it, I can get sued. Nintendo doesn't care that you're flashing these systems. They don't care as long as it's for your personal use. But I am saying if you are an eBay user, I buy stuff on eBay too, and if you buy stuff on Amazon, please make sure that the system when you buy it, it is not modified. It is exactly just 30 games and all that stuff. Now, the extension cables, okay? I will admit, okay, I got 2 of these puppies. Well, actually, I got 4 of them because like I said, I do have the Super Nintendo. And again, the controllers are very, very, very short. So I do recommend going to like EB Games or a Walmart and looking for what's called a 10-foot, cable that looks just like this. Now, make sure they have these out ports, okay, like this. See these out ports here? Make sure they have these or they won't fit your classic Nintendo controllers. Another thing I would recommend picking up, because let's say if you're going to go camping after the COVID virus and, and stuff like that, and you want to take these with you, I highly recommend you get one of these. It's a carrier case. Now, if you look inside, it actually can carry your system. Let me show you. Okay. Look at that. Right inside the case there, the Nintendo fits very nicely right there, and same with the Super Nintendo as well. I got two of these, so I can carry both the Super Nintendo and that. Now they do say that all the wires and that will fit in here, but what I usually do for that, okay, what I usually do for that, I just put the system in there and I put all the wires in my backpack or my carry-on, and I just plug that in. But make sure you don't forget the major components when you do put this in your carrier case. Okay, make sure you don't forget the two following things. Okay, first of all, actually no, three things. Make sure you don't forget your power adapter with the out port. Okay, do not forget this, especially without this your system can't power up. All right, so make sure. So what I usually do in that case when I do go traveling and stuff like that, so what I usually do when I go traveling, I make sure that this is always plugged in like this. I actually put it in my backpack just like this, because if I were to, just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go traveling, and all of a sudden I'm going to my backpack and all I pull out is just this, and I don't have that in there, I'm not playing that system. I may as well just stare at it. So whenever you do go traveling, I would definitely recommend putting it like this in your backpack with the power adapter plugged in. And that's all, folks. Like, other than now in my next review, I will be reviewing next weekend. It will be this system right here. So next weekend, next Saturday, I'm going to do it around the same time so that way I have a lot of viewers. Because one of the suggestions I got, I think it was over Facebook or it was over Discord or something like that. I think someone said that when I did the live review at 11 o'clock in the morning or 12 in the afternoon, because of different time frames, because I do have some, United States of American family members that I call family, and they said that they would love to watch me live while I'm live. Well, if I were to start at 11 o'clock Canada time, that could be like, 3 in the morning for, my American, brothers and sisters that I call my family. Well, if I'm live at 11 and they're sleeping at 3 in the morning, well, they won't see the video until like about 11 o'clock in the morning, which would be about, 3 o'clock for us, right? So, but in the next review, I am going to be reviewing, so next Saturday, around the same time and that, I'm going to be reviewing the Super Nintendo Classic Mini Series. And again, I will show you all the hookups and everything. Unfortunately, though, unlike the Nintendo, this system only comes with 21 games. So stay tuned next weekend for a continuating of the Miniature Classic Nintendo Series, which will be the Super Nintendo. Oh, Luigi. Okay, everybody in 3, 2, 1, I want you to shout Luigi because apparently my mini brother over here is sleeping. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Luigi! There we go. He's awake. Poor guy. He fell asleep sitting on the couch. I think I bored him with the Nintendo review. All right, so this is JMW19, better off known as, Jeremy. So I do want to say this because apparently some people don't like cosplayers and people are actually getting flagged for it. So I'm not pretending to be Mario. I'm just in theme because, it would be kind of silly if I reviewed, the classic mini Nintendo dressed as Hulk Hogan or wearing my Back to the Future shirt. So I am trying to stick to the theme. So that's why I wore my Mario outfit. So when we do review the Super Nintendo next Saturday, I will be in theme again. So as always, everyone have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay indoors unless you need to go out and get stuff. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.